Today I'm working on a 2011 Mercedes S550. It came in for an inspection, just underneath it looking, and I can see that the oil, the breather valve that's on the back of the cylinder head on the passenger side is leaking oil. You can see it way up there, the bottom bolt that holds it to the back of the head. Oil pooling up there. It's a very common leak on these, so I'm just going to go through how to replace this. First step is you want to remove this front cover here and remove the air filter housing. Just undo this spring clip in the back. Pull these little air snorkels away from the airbox. This one for the secondary fresh air inlet, and then you can just lift straight up on this whole filter housing and it just pulls right off. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Alright, with that out of the way, you can pretty easily see the valve right here on the back of the cylinder head. So you can pull this rubber hose off of it, and that's the only thing really connected to this. So it comes off with, there's no clamp or anything, you just pull it off with your hand. Kind of move that out of the way. And then you can use a inverted Torx bit, and I like to use a shorter flex head ratchet. And you can get your hand in there and just remove all of those screws. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, with all those screws removed, there's 4 screws, pretty easily accessible from the top. You can just get a little screwdriver and just get in here and pry on it a little bit, and it just pulls straight. It pulls straight off. So here it is. Now what I like to do is get a rag, put some brake clean on it, and just wipe the sealing surface. Make sure it looks real nice and clean before you install the new one. The new one, there's nothing difficult about the job. You take it and you push it on there with your hand. Make sure it's flush against the cylinder head before you tighten the screws, because there are these little plastic, you can see these little holes. Those line up with metal dowels that are in the back of the casting for the head, so those have to be aligned correctly before you start to tighten the screws, because if they're misaligned or it's a little bit crooked, you can snap these ears off. So let's make sure it's flush and then tighten these 4 screws by hand. So that's about it. Pretty easy job. Thank you.